Remember how 2 weeks ago it was tactical GLA 3-layer winter? Well, literally 2 weeks have passed and I'm sweating my tits off. Be gone.
Fun times.
Look at the excitement.
I'm so excited.
Look.
Fully excited.
Maximum excite.
So excited.
Another man who's excited is the owner, who, up until this point, we've not actually worked out why he's bought this yet. And he's gonna, like, I don't know why I bought this car. Why did you buy the Civic?
It was there to be bought, and I thought, yeah, I'll have that. Yeah.
What is the purpose of this car?
I don't know yet. I don't know yet.
Just something for us to get welding on,
Yeah.
because we ran out of
I
welding.
never had much on,
That's it.
so I never had much work for yous.
Right, I'm just waiting on Daniel's son arriving, and we're going to do the weld repair, the final arch repair on this. Now, as I alluded to in the last episode, we're going to try something a bit fruity with this. Now, I don't know if this is the way folk do it, because I kind of make all this up as I go along, but obviously when you cut this out, there is a strong chance for a misalignment, for you to cut slightly too much, blah blah blah. Now, welding everywhere else that I've welded so far in Tools and Track, it's not a problem. You can maybe just drop a wee extra bit of fillet in and just add some weld. Not so in this, because it's so flimsy. I mean, perfect example. And because it warps so easily, we need to get this right on the first go. So, in order to do that, we're going to do some creative cutting, shall we say. Now, the plan for this is as follows. You can see the line that we've got here. Now, everything that we've cut out so far is covered by the replacement arch. What we're going to do is cut the arch, well, I think we've actually already done this. Cut the arch down to here, line it up, and then once we know we've got every bit covered, start welding it in. Now, that might seem a wee bit odd to you, but there's logic with this. If we weld it in with the first edge cut straight, we can tack, 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 and then pull the whole thing off just enough to run a slit disc along. And then as we go, push it in, tack, push it in, tack, push it in, tack.
Don't push me, cause I'm close to the edge.
And just keep pulling and cutting, literally using the line of the new panel to angle in and cut as we go. Now, is this going to work? I don't know, but it's a method, so how bad can it be? Some more of the wrap, which we have now established. Wrap.
Is a wrap.
That is silver wrap over a silver car, which I am betting is to hide what eventually broke through again there.
It was a good idea, to be fair, wasn't it? It was a good idea.
I've seen worse ideas.
Yeah.
On the subject, what's your idea for this? One option for doing this is you cut in, say about 10 mil, and then you joggle it in with a joggling tool, and that basically gives you a wee step down, and so that when you put the new panel on, you've got a nice bead of metal to run between the two. But your idea is slightly different.
Yes. So my idea is, you go at an angle, because the blade's this thick. So if you go in straight, and
Yeah.
cut along the edge,
You'll take a mil of difference out.
Aye, so you'll have a gap, which is not good.
Right.
So the idea is you line this up, just tack it on, cut at an angle, this, all the way up, along, do it a wee bit at a time, and you'll end up with a gap just big enough to put that flush.
Right.
And you just do it a wee bit at a time, all the way along, until it's all tacked up.
How does that work here?
Yeah. We're probably not going to be able to do that there. We could actually just get rid of that wee bit and then do the same thing down there. There's no reason why we actually couldn't, to be honest. We could.
Cool.
I think we just do it and just make that flush as well. And then we'll just need to do something about this wee gap here, isn't there?
Well, I don't think it's a camera, yeah.
Yeah, we need to do something about that, but
Well, we can put a wee bit in. We'll put a wee bit in.
let's do that.
be fair, one of these layers is a wrap,
Yeah.
which is just
Yeah, but there is, I think there's actually been multiple goes at the old filler. You can actually see what it's like a tree. You
Yeah.
can date it
yeah.
from when the tree was, how old the tree is. It's
Well-
like what, 2 layers, we've got 2 layers of filler.
That you're right. That is jungle emanating from next door, like some cutscene from Father Ted.
You're sitting there, imagining that, with a big smile on your face. You dirty fecker.
Oh, you've hit my front. Nah, it's alright. Nah, hers. So. What now?
Well, it's now tacked in place.
Right.
So all we do now is start from somewhere, do an angled cut, and then we just push till we're flush.
Okay.
Repeat, repeat, repeat until we've run out of bits to make flush.
Okay. Well, we want to start what at the top. There's no welds in the top, so that probably
Really
makes
matters,
sense.
to be honest. It's like you're probably better starting a wee bit away from here because you're going to have to cut that to get that in to then get this top corner in. So you're
Right.
probably better starting somewhere that's away from edges.
And now on the History Channel, we watch the birth of an old arch. Here you can see all of it removed in one. Look at that, flattened down. It's going to need a touch of filler clearly, but what weld repair doesn't. But seems okay.
Yeah, I think
Minimal warp.
pretty well, to be honest. It's a massive panel.
So next up we need to put this wee section here in. Now I've pre-drilled some holes.
Yes.
So we can spot weld that guy in. Once that's spot welded in, we'll do the wee chop there, so that's all neat. But what's your plot? Same thing again, really, eh?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, we'll just take a cut off of the sill panel we've got and let it in.
Yeah, we'll just get fill this copious amounts of filler again.
No, I'd leave some. We also just de-wrapped it because, and you can clearly see the difference, so it was a good wrap. There's still some amount of melted wrap, but that's a feature now, so.
Mistake.
Aye. To do the Aberdonian thing, you know the Aberdonians when they go aye, they'll say it twice, and one in the inward and one in it. Aye, 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 aye.
The good thing is, you can feel the weld. Right through it. Which is nice.
Elbow deep in the horse.
Well, it is, it's good, isn't it? It's pretty much going that flush.
Good penetration. I'm gonna have a wee shot of weld now because it's my fucking channel.
It's that, honestly, that,
It's garbage.
it's horrendous, but it's the only one that you can see.
So that was Daniel's suggestion of slice and spot. We'll call it the old slice and spot. To be honest, it's actually worked really well. Minor bit of warpage here, but to be fair, anytime you're welding a flat, big wide panel onto another flat, big wide panel, you're going to get a wee touch of that. It's not the worst, it's actually warped in the way, so we're putting a skim of filler over this regardless. We skim, that'll be fine. What I'm going to try on my side though is something slightly different. I am going to take a cut slightly under what the replacement arch is going to be, and then I'm going to joggle. What that means is I'm going to use one of these and I am going to form in a lip. And what that lip's going to do, as you can see, this is a 1mm joggler. That's going to recess back 1mm of lip. So that's going to be, like I say, undersized, and it's going to give me, once the new arch is on, a nice flat platform to put a fill weld into. Now in my opinion, that's probably going to be a bit stronger and a bit more forgiving for any sort of gaps. The only problem is that that's going to leave a lip in the back end, which might be a bit of a corrosion soft point. But what we can do is take off the inner arch and put a bit of seam seal around the back of that, which will stop any corrosion from getting in and kind of attacking that area. I reckon this will be quicker, although I don't think it's going to be necessarily neater. Anyway, let's go on to that. Primer is good for hiding a wide variety of sins, but you will note that we have some amount of filling probably still to do. Obviously that's not great, but it's as good as it's ever going to be. Might try and give it a wee chap. Anyway, skim a filler and that will sort it. You'll actually see, maybe, it does recess down a bit, so a skim will kind of tidy that all up. We're now at this stage, so what I've got is the replacement wing onto the lip of the new sill panel put at the bottom, and we now need to work out the last section. So understandably I've not taken my welding job right down to here because I'm still in two minds as to whether or not we use this and then match the sill in from here forward, or we just take a cut right across the whole lot and match the sill panel in for this. 6.5 dozen really, isn't it? Voila, another arch on. As you can see, probably a few more gaps than you'd probably want, but the point is, again, like the other side, you're going to be putting a skim of filler in this. It's not really going to matter too much. Crucially though, it's nice and strong, and we're not going to have issues from corrosion from the outside, that much is sure. So we've also done all the repairs underneath, done a wee patch weld in the floor, seam sealed all the inners, so it's, you know, nice and corrosion resistant. The next step for this boy, well, as we've established now over 2 episodes, I don't really know what the plan is for this. Craig's kind of bought it on a whim, but I reckon we'll chuck it open to you guys. What do you want to see happen with this little EG? All cards on the table, it was too cheap a car not to buy and bring back to life. These are starting to climb quite a bit in value, so no matter what we do with this, just putting metal back in it and making it look good will actually turn us a bit of a profit. But tails on track, we want to go a bit above and beyond that. I'm open to suggestions, guys. Hit me up in the comments below. In the meantime, notice there wasn't an ad. That's because of patreon.com/toolsontrack. I've turned off ads, and this is fully supported by you guys over on Patreon. So appreciate the massive help for everyone that's rolling up the side of the screen right now. If you want to show your appreciation, like I say, jump over. Anything that you can do to help, always greatly appreciated. If that's not for you, I get it. Still, hit the like, bell, all that jazz in the bottom, and don't forget to subscribe because, you know, that's the only way we grow. And until next week, guys, try safe. Gas is on.
Why does it look too high? It was perfect. The fuck?
Good hit.
Ever changing welding mask? See you next time. I'm bringing my mask, right?
Yeah, well, you keep saying that every fucking time.
I keep going, I'll just. That's how you secure it, it goes quick, break, right.
Craig's arrived. Boy loves the fucking camera.